The storm rolled in without warning, swallowing the sky in thick gray clouds. Rain hammered the windshield like angry fists, and the road ahead disappeared into darkness. Ethan Walker tightened his grip on the steering wheel, his eyes burning with exhaustion. The clock on his dashboard read 11:47 p.m. Another double shift done. Another night driving home alone. Life had become a routine of survival ever since his wife, Megan, passed away 4 years ago. Single father, 2 jobs, 1 small house, and a 7-year-old son who still asked questions Ethan didn't know how to answer. "Daddy, why did Mommy have to leave?" Those words still echoed in his head every time the world went quiet. The headlights sliced through the rain when Ethan suddenly slammed the brakes. There! Someone was standing in the middle of the road. A woman, soaked, shaking, wearing what looked like a wedding dress, torn, muddy, and clinging to her like it had been ripped from a nightmare. For a moment, Ethan thought his exhaustion was playing tricks on him. Then she lifted her head. Her eyes met his, and in them he saw pure fear. Ethan threw the truck into park and jumped out, rain instantly soaking his jacket. "Hey! You can't stand here," he called out, keeping his voice calm. "You'll get killed." She flinched as if every word hurt. "I didn't know where else to go," she whispered, her voice barely louder than the storm. Up close, Ethan could see her mascara streak down her cheeks, her lips trembling, her hands clutching the torn fabric like it was the only thing keeping her together. Without thinking, he shrugged off his jacket and wrapped it around her shoulders. "You're freezing," he said. "Come on, get in the truck." She hesitated. "I'm not going to hurt you," he added softly. "I promise." Something in his voice, gentle, tired, real, made her nod. Inside the truck, the heater struggled against the cold. The woman stared straight ahead, silent, breathing shallowly. Ethan didn't ask questions. Pain recognizes pain. After a long pause, she finally spoke. "My name is Lily." He nodded. "I'm Ethan." Another silence followed. "I ran away," she said suddenly, her voice cracking. "From my wedding." Ethan glanced at her, then back to the road. "I figured it was something like that." She let out a shaky laugh that turned into a sob. Tears poured freely now, and she didn't try to stop them. "I wasn't supposed to marry him," she said. "Everyone else wanted it. My parents, his family, the business partners, everyone except me." Ethan understood that kind of pressure, the kind that crushes you slowly. When they reached his small house on the edge of town, the storm had softened to a drizzle. Lights were still on inside. "Is someone awake?" Lily asked nervously. "My son," Ethan replied. "He waits up when I work late." Inside, 7-year-old Noah sat curled on the couch, half asleep with a comic book resting on his chest. He looked up, eyes widening when he saw Lily. "Dad," he whispered, "is she a princess?" Lily froze. Ethan smiled faintly. "No, buddy, she's just someone who needs help tonight." Noah studied her carefully, then slid off the couch and handed her his favorite blanket. "You can use mine," he said seriously. "It's warm." Lily knelt down, tears filling her eyes again. "Thank you," she whispered, hugging him gently. That night, Ethan gave Lily the guest room, clean clothes, and a cup of tea barely had money for. He slept lightly, listening for any sound. But the house felt different, warmer. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the kitchen window. Lily stood there awkwardly, wearing one of Ethan's oversized sweaters, her hair still damp. "I should go," she said quietly. "I don't want to cause trouble." Ethan shook his head. "The storm messed up the buses. Stay until you figure things out." She hesitated, then nodded. Over breakfast, Lily told her story in pieces. She had grown up in wealth, private schools, perfect appearances, a life designed for show. Her fiancé, Brandon, was charming in public and cool in private. Hours before the wedding, she found messages on his phone. Proof of betrayal. Proof she was just another asset. "I realized," she said softly, "that if I married him, I'd disappear." Ethan listened without interrupting. Noah, coloring at the table, suddenly looked up. "You can disappear here," he said. "Nobody yells." Lily laughed through tears. Days turned into weeks. Lily stayed. She helped Noah with homework, cooked dinners, fixed things in the house that Ethan had ignored for years. The town noticed. Whispers followed them everywhere. But Ethan didn't care. For the first time since Megan died, his home felt alive again. Lily wasn't perfect. She startled at loud voices. She doubted herself constantly. Sometimes she cried in the middle of the night, thinking no one could hear. Ethan never pushed. Healing couldn't be rushed. One evening, they sat on the porch watching fireflies dance in the dark. "I don't belong here," Lily said suddenly. "My world is so different." Ethan looked at her. Belonging isn't about money or background. It's about where you can breathe. She swallowed hard. Then one afternoon, a black SUV pulled up outside the house. Lily's face drained of color. "My father," she whispered. The confrontation was quiet, but heavy. Her father begged her to come home, to fix the scandal, to finish what she started. Ethan stood back, saying nothing. Lily looked at him, then at Noah, who held her hand tightly. "I won't go back to a life that breaks me," she said firmly. For the first time, her father truly saw her, and he let her go. A week later, Lily returned, not as someone running away, but as someone choosing her future. "I want to stay," she told Ethan. "Not because I'm afraid, but because I'm finally brave." Ethan didn't answer with words. He hugged her. Years later, on a calm evening with no storm in sight, Lily stood in the same yard, this time wearing a simple dress, smiling freely. Noah tossed flower petals down the aisle. Ethan waited, heart full. This time, love wasn't about escape. It was about coming home. Thank you for watching Classic Stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that remind us how powerful compassion truly is.